Upon completion of their 4-day course, participants will be fully qualified to deliver the 3-level cycling proficiency program to others in the community.
They're going to be learning to start off with how to teach some basic off-road skills, so basic skills that you would in an off-road situation, and then later on we'll be going out on the roads and they'll be learning on what you might call residential roads, so quieter roads, and how you control the traffic around you in terms of your position on the road and communicating with traffic effectively using eye contact, and then later on they'll go on to what we would call level 3, which is more complex.
So have you had to adapt the course to Gibraltar's unique roads and a lack of cycle lanes on them?
So a little bit, yes, a little bit, because I would say you don't have an awful lot of what we call traditional level 2 types of junctions. So that's been quite difficult. So we are having to adapt that a little bit, but still bearing in mind we need to keep it within the national standard. So there is some issues a little bit around that, yes, but actually you've got some great level 3 stuff. So I think the thing we're going to have to think about doing is that when you're teaching courses in Gibraltar, you might have to do it where we, instead of in the UK where we would do levels 1 and 2, and then later on at an older age do level 3, we might have to bring that level 3 to a younger age group. So year 6, for example, doing level 1, then going on to level 2, then going on to level 3. Because to cycle to school in Gibraltar, a lot of them will have to deal with level 3 complex junctions.
The course is a government scheme intended to support its wider sustainable traffic, transport and parking plan policies. However, no matter how many are cycling, safe space to do so is definitely scarce.
Government is looking at providing cycling lane facilities where possible, increasing the infrastructure, because Gibraltar is a very small place, very unique, and it's very important to see how we fit bicycle lanes in certain areas. It doesn't necessarily follow. Bicycle lanes in certain areas may not be the safest solution, because each and every time a bicycle or a cyclist needs to come onto the main road, there is a conflict, there is a potential risk. So we have to study it very, very carefully to make sure that the infrastructure we provide is suitable for our environment.
I did hear something about the city walls maybe being used for cycle lanes at some point. Do you have anything to tell us about that, perhaps?
Well, part of the city walls will be used shortly. We're going to be adding another shared area along part of the walls, but there are on the main walls, which are the Wellington front walls, which is something which we've been considering for not only cycling, because also we want to encourage people to walk as well. It's all trying to get people off their vehicles, off their cars.
Minister Balban says these 6 participants will now be able to assist the RGP in its current cycling proficiency scheme.